In today's video, we're going to go absolutely insane. I'm going to go completely nuclear, just going to share all the important information that there is to know about making an AI OFM agency and just making an AI model in general. All the important stuff that you need to know, things that you're going to have to stay away from. And I'm also going to try and compact it and just make everything in a simple 10-minute video, probably. That's hopefully what it turn out to be. And just all the important things that you really need to know will be in here. And just watch this one video, and I think you'll be set in regards to understanding everything. Now, obviously, I can't go into detail on the NSFW content because that gets flagged on YouTube very easily. But in regards to NSFW, I'll say this right now, even before we get into it extensively in the video. NSFW will be made on Sugar Labs AI. If you want to see that, if you want to be able to even click the link, because apparently, I can't even put the link in the description. I've tried that in multiple videos beforehand, but they just flag it because it's very sensitive on there. Like there's a lot of sensitive pictures on the main back page on the web page, right? So that's a problem. I can't even put the link in. So if you guys want to have access to it, Sugar Labs AI. Also, you could just click the free link down below. I have a free community for this, so you can just enter the community and you'll have access to all the tools and all the information, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, to the video. Now, when it comes to model generation in the space in 2025 and this whole AI OFM stratosphere, things can get pretty hectic because there's a million ways to do every single thing. If you want to make videos, if you want to make reels, if you want to make whatever it is, IG posts, you want to make NSFW, it doesn't matter what you want to do, there's multiple ways to do it. And there are multiple people teaching you different ways on how to go about it, trying to sell whatever it is, and they're just teaching you different ways. And if you watch and sit there and go through every person's video, then eventually you're just going to have conflicting advice, and you're not going to know how to go off of certain things. You have the comfy UI route, renting GPUs, etc., and then you have Picasso, you have all these other things, right? The way I do it is very simple. I try to keep things as simple as possible and as beginner-friendly as possible, but also as efficient as possible. So as a beginner, obviously, you don't have a lot of technical knowledge, at least most of you on average. So the best way to go about it won't be renting GPUs and getting into a completely, it's not even that complex, but overall more complex than other software. It's not the best thing to do if you want to get into a new business module and you're just starting and you don't know things. So as overwhelming as it could get in the beginning, could stare out a lot of people. Now that means it raises the barriers of entry, but at the same time, a lot of you need to be able to get in and have a beginner-friendly interface software to where you can understand what you're doing. And then as time goes on, if things are working for you and you want to somehow upgrade and eventually you see that the other methods are working better for you, from there you can then progress. But in the beginning, if you just want to start, if you just want to have something to set your foot in the door, then the best way to go about it is taking the easy route. So what I've come to see is renting GPUs, comfy UI, all this stuff. It's nice, it's really good, right? I'm not gonna say it's not effective and it's terrible. No, everything works, it's very fine. But the best way to go about it would actually be to work with one of the credit-based system platforms, such as Picasso. So the way I go about things, and I'll tell you all the platforms, I'll put links down below for everything besides the NSFW one, which is Sugar Labs, and that you'll be able to find in the first link still, but I'll put links for everything. The way I go about it is as followed. In 2025, apparently, it's super hard to come by someplace that allows you to produce safe for work and not safe for work content in tandem, at least one of the good known platforms that are, reputable and usable and nice. So those platforms apparently decided to get rid of not safe for work content in general because they had new legislation that was thrown upon them. None of the owners wanted to deal with it. It was hurting the profitability, all this bullshit. There were restrictions thrown on their sites. So they just got rid of the option in general. So you're going to have to find another site that's willing to deal with that hassle and the bullshit to do NSFW. So most of the good ones now do safe for work only, and you can then make videos with not safe for work videos. Like not safe for work photos, you can make videos with those. That is fine on a lot of them, right? So the way I go about it, I make my safe for work on Picasso and not safe for work on Sugar Labs. On Sugar Labs, you can also make safe for work and not safe for work. You can make your lures on there, and also you can make lures with one picture. Whereas on Picasso, you can make lures, and most of your safe for work will also be done from there, and you actually have to make lures with a few pictures. So that's fine. It's actually one of my favorite things that you can make a lure out of one picture on Sugar Lab. It's actually insane. But you can also do multiple pictures, so it's fine. In general, what you'll tend to do is most of your face swapping, most of your safe for work will be centralized on Picasso. That's the way I do it. And some models, occasionally, you're going to want to try different platforms. So I split my work between Picasso and Sugar Labs. Both links in the description. Again, if you want to look in through Picasso, just click one of the links down below. It's down there. And for Sugar Labs, I can't directly link to it, so just click the community link. It's free. Just join the community and you can see everything on there. Everything's just out there. Okay, so all of you guys that want to have access to it and see it, it's right there. Now, the way I go about it is simple. Not Safe for Work is generated there. I can't actually make a tutorial on the Not Safe for Work and how to actually use Sugar Labs, even though it's the superior platform, because of just the pure nature of the website. The moment I see anything about it on YouTube, it instantly gets blurred. The C is banned. I just put a link. I put a link in the description. I got flagged for it, so yeah, I can't make a video about it. All the tutorials and how to use it obviously are in the free community, so you guys could definitely just go to the Sugar Lab section. There's dedicated tutorials there. You'll just learn everything, and it's also a very simple, easy to understand interface, so just the basics that you need to understand are being taught there. As far as Picasso goes, this is how you're going to be using it, and this is what you need to know. All right, so hopping on the computer now, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, this is the Picasso interface. This is what you're going to be using to make the bulk majority of your Safe for Work content and face swaps, and also your reels, your Instagram reels, the videos that you're going to be making and posting on social media. Mostly will come from here because the video generation system on here is really good, supported by Kling 2.1. Very, very good software. Now, in short, we're not going to have to go through every single thing in here. You don't really need to see all that. If you guys want a step-by-step guide on how to do everything, it's very self-explanatory. It's very simple. Most of you aren't dumb. You can definitely learn. And if you really, really need your hand held and you need to understand how it's done, click the link down below. There's a free guide on everything in the free community. You can learn Picasso, Sugar Labs, everything's on in there. Links to everything's there. Click it. You'll see. You'll love it. But I'm going to show you the important shit, right? The stuff that you really need to know, the features that you're actually going to be using. And that's generally just what you need to understand, what you're going to have to deal with, and what you're going to have to interact with. So firstly, most importantly, we have the AI image generator. So once you make your LoRa, and you're going to be using your LoRa for this, you're going to come on here to the AI image generator, and this is where you're going to be putting in your prompt. So this is an example of a picture that I actually created. I face swapped it, of course. I don't use this because this is just general. It's not on any LoRa at all. But this is just a nice little picture for one of my models that I created. A young woman with long, light brown hair stands on the beach at sunset. She's wearing a light gray two-piece workout outfit consisting of sports. You understand this right here, what's written on the prompt for this picture. So you need to understand a little bit about how to go about prompting stuff. If you prompt it in this way, if you prompt it properly, then you're going to get very high quality, very nicely designed pictures like this. And if you want to learn how to go about doing this, obviously it's a bit annoying to explain how to go about it, but there are tools that can help you prompt as well. So obviously just look in there. But as far as going into prompting, just think about it this way. You want to explain to the compiler as detailed as possible how you want your image to look. So if your model is tall, if your model has blonde hair, if your model has blue eyes, if your model has striking eyebrows, if your model is pale, whatever, you're going to have to properly articulate that to the compiler so that it understands how your model looks, and then in turn creates your model the way you want it to look like. So this is the AI image generator. This is how you're going to go about putting in your prompts once you understand it. It's just trial and error. So, you get your points, you put in the prompts, you make your pictures, and then as you do it more, you get better at it. You're going to have to do it with a flux model most of the time. And very, very important, you're going to need to create it with selfie aesthetic. So when you're making your pictures, make sure it's selfie aesthetic, because the influencers that post on Instagram, all these motherfuckers that post random shit on Instagram, all these IG thoughts and all this shit, they use IG selfie aesthetic. It's usually from an iPhone. So that's what selfie aesthetic in a nutshell is. And you're going to want to attach yourself and actually mimic the landscape, if that makes sense. So that's what you're going to be doing. So this is the first important thing that you're going to be looking at. Second important thing, obviously, is the video generator. So this right here is where you're going to be making reels. So you're going to take pictures, safe for work pictures that you can make. I don't know. It doesn't even matter where you make them. You can use them from here, or if it's from Sugar Labs, if you're going to be making it there, because a lot of the NSFW can be made there. And I also have a whole LoRa there that I make safe for work content with. So when I get my pictures made there, I then bring it over here, and then I use the face swapping and the upscaling on here rather than on there, because for some reason, I don't know why, just my personal preference, upscaling and face swapping on Picasso is superior, but everything else is superior on Sugar Labs. Everything else, just besides the face swapping and upscaling, everything else is better there. So my LoRa, I do the face swapping here, and I also make the reels here because the reels here is really, really good. So these are just a bunch of ideas. I'm just going to show you random reels that I made. I'm going to look at this one right here, for example. I never actually ended up using this one yet because I need to fix it up a little bit, but this is just a quick little example. You can actually get away with this on FanView. I think you can get away with this on FanView. On Instagram, it will be a bit more iffy. But haven't used this one yet. Definitely need to work on that one. This one right here was used. Just giving you guys a quick little idea of what you're going to be expecting when you make videos on here. So this is actually Safe for Work that was made on Sugar Labs that I then brought on here and made videos out of. So it's Sugar Lab work and the Kling 2.1 AI video work from Picasso, which is really good. Now these are the videos that are made here. They're actually really, really good. Can't go too down because we do have some NSFW on this. This is the general gist of how you're gonna be going about making reels, okay? Now it's very important for you to understand you're gonna be using, most of the time, you're gonna be using Kling 2.1, and if you wanna do the uncensored, if you have like an NSFW that you want to make into a 5-second clip and then sell on FanView, you can do that on Picasso. It will allow you to do that. You just can't generate from scratch. You're gonna have to go on here, you're gonna click WAN, it's basically WAN uncensored. You put that on here, you can put your NSFW picture on in here, and then you can pick the aspect ratio. Obviously, you can pick the length and the quality. I always go for 1080p, never pick this shit. And the length could be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, up to you. It just costs a bit more the longer it is. So you do that, everything should be set in stone for you. That's how you go about video creation. Now, the last important thing, which is very self-explanatory, face swapping. So these are just a few face swap pictures of my model, as you can see. Just put in the face that you want to swap, and then put in the picture that you're going to put the face on. Boom, done. Simple as that. Easy. Very easy. And you can also just put in your AI character. So you have the spot here where you have your AI characters. You just make your LoRa here, and then you can use your LoRa on here. I just, don't have a LoRa on here yet because I just do the face swapping for my LoRa on Sugar Labs. What I do use this for, though, besides my thumbnail generation app, which I do put on the link down below for my YouTube thumbnails, is I have a variation of myself here as an AI character. So if I do need to generate myself in doing some thumbnail picture, I don't actually have to sit there and do the whole bullshit fucking faces. Just do this, either use the thumbnail generator or use an AI generated version myself to do it, and it's super easy. So that's another useful thing that Picasso can provide for you. In general, that's all you really need to know. That's the important stuff. If you really, really want to go into the nitty gritty and how to build a lore and how to do that, it does take a bit of time, and it is going to make the video a lot longer exponentially, and I don't want to do that. So best thing for you to do down below, learn it all. So in a nutshell, with no fluff, that's all you really need to know. So you get the idea, you watch this YouTube video, oh shit, I don't want to work a 9 to 5, I don't want to be a bum. Okay, so how do I go about doing this? Okay, so these are the platforms, these are the tools that I need to use. Okay, let me go and use them. You then use these tools. You click the link down below, join the free community, and skip the learning curve if you're lazy. You can also do it by yourself. Doesn't really matter which way you go. It's self-preference at that point. Once you learn how to use these platforms, it's a home run. You make a Picasso account, you make a Sugar Labs account, you start generating content. Make a folder on your computer, call it Safe for Work, Not Safe for Work, Safe for Work Videos, Not Safe for Work Videos. You go on Picasso, you start making your Safe for Works, okay? You start making your pictures. You can do it on Sugar Labs, you can do this on Picasso, doesn't really matter how you do it. I just have LoRa's on both. Not Safe for Work can only be done on Sugar Labs, Safe for Work can be done on both. Doesn't really matter how you go about it. Face swapping and upscaling is better on Picasso. Preference is yours, how you want to pick, where you want to make your shit. Preference is completely on you. Make your Safe for Works, say 15, let's say 15 pictures of Safe for Work. Put that on your Safe for Work folder. 15 pictures of Not Safe for Work can be done on Sugar Labs. Make those, put that in your Not Safe for Work folder. Do the same for the Safe for Work video. You can generate reels with Safe for Work pictures on Picasso, and then you can do the exact same for Not Safe for Work videos. But also the Not Safe for Work videos, you don't need to make that much because most of the time you're going to be generating pictures and selling pictures most of the time. So when you make a Not Safe for Work video, make it 5 seconds, 10 seconds, sometimes they have like maybe 2 10-second videos. You don't need that many long ones. And then just keep them and sell those ones as the high ticket videos for loyal clients that you have been chatting with for a few days, okay? Just whatever. You don't really need to capitalize on those. It's very simple. So you make your content and start selling your content. You then have your fan view account, and then once you have everything ready, you have the Instagram post, you have the fan view post, you make your fan view account, you start posting shit on your fan view, you start posting shit on your Instagram. Obviously, I told you how to warm up your accounts already. I told you how to go about doing the thread strategy, and the thread strategy is also in the free community. So if you guys just want to learn how to do the social media shit, model generation shit, and have me literally hold your hands like babies, just walk you through the whole thing, all in there, completely free. Just join up and you'll enjoy the value for free. Obviously, there's a lot more shit in there besides OFM. So for those of you who are a bit more, let's just say, open-minded and know more shit and actually want to learn more shit, things are open for you down there, okay? So you have that, and once you guys look through everything, that's really all you need to know. There isn't really much more to this. It's just about showing up, making your pictures, making your videos, and just keep doing it on a consistent basis. Also, chat scripts and everything, also down below. Learning how to chat is not too hard. Just think about it this way. How can I get this man to awaken his savior complex? How do I do this? Hey, I made this just for you. Because they don't care about pictures. They're not trying to buy NSFW pictures just because of how good you look. No, they want your attention. They're craving your attention. So most of the time when they buy your shit, you're selling your attention. So you need to make them feel special. You want to make them feel like they're the specific people getting your attention. Only they are getting that attention. So once you can do that, chatting is very easy for you. A lot of the times you send a picture, you do all this stuff, you're making it generic. That's why they don't really care. That's why they're not paying. But as long as you just add stuff like, I made this specifically for you. You know, I really like you and you make my day better, and I don't know what I'd do without you. I love you, blah, blah, fucking blah. Do all this shit, your chatting will be out the fucking roof. Unrecognizable fucking game. So that's how you go about improving your chatting. I just gave you guys free chatting tips. Anyway, we'll do that in another video. That's a golden nugget for a completely different video. And I actually have a lot of chatting shit. Like the chatting stuff, that's where most of the juice is. So if you guys want me to make a chatting video, you can comment that shit down below. Hopefully this was helpful to an extent. I know it was. I made it. Anyway, see you in the next video.